Hello, everyone. My name is Alicia Garcia. I am the plaintiff in Garcia versus Polis, suing against a 3-day waiting period. I'm a firearms instructor here in Colorado, and I'm also a very, very pro 2A advocate. I've been here before plenty of times, and it's kind of ironic I have to sit here and do this again. You know, I hear today in opposition to this bill that I want you to vote no. I want you to think about the toll that it is going to take on this community. We talk about the lives that are going to be saved by getting rid of these types of firearms, and we're not talking about the lives that continually are saved because they have these types of firearms. I want to remind you of somebody by the name of John Hurley of June 21st, 2021, here in Old Town Arvada, Colorado. He acted in self-defense of an entire community that day because he deployed his magazine-fed firearm to defend life that day. He did not question whether the people he was defending were Democrats or Republicans, pro-gun, anti-gun. He knew that something had to be done, and he went and he did what he needed to do. And because of his actions, hundreds of people went home to their families safe that day. So when we're talking about disarming an entire population of people, we're not accounting for the people that are here and alive because they had guns. When you think about the CDC says that there are over 500,000 to 3 million defensive handgun uses every year, and the CDC is notoriously anti-gun, okay? So if you talk about the lives that are quote-unquote dead because of guns, right? That's 48,000 people. That's still including suicides. So defensive gun uses per year is anywhere from 500,000 to 3 million people. What about those people? What is going to happen when they no longer have the ability to defend themselves? What's going to happen to all those lives? Do we not have consideration for the value of their life either?
Ms. Garcia?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You're a firearms instructor.
Yes, sir.
The Second Amendment, in your opinion, is it flexible? Is it shall not be infringed matter-of-factly?
I don't think that there is anything other than matter of fact about the Second Amendment. It is absolute.
Senator, go ahead.
Follow up. So I'm sure you teach safety. What is your perception if this bill would go through and become law? What is your opinion around the safety of a fixed magazine?
Ms. Garcia.
Thank you. So having a firearm that you don't have the ability to clear malfunctions effectively puts not only the user at risk, but the people that are potentially in the vicinity of when a firearm is needing to be used. When you are when you're responding to a threat, keep in mind, we're not law enforcement. So if a threat presents itself to me, it's because I have to respond to that threat that is already happening. So I'm already behind the 8 ball. So if I have to present a firearm, extend it, try to hit my target, and I have a malfunction, the first thing I would do is, tap it, rack it, see if I can clear it, drop a magazine, insert another magazine, and get back in the fight. If I don't have the ability to do that, 1, I'm probably dead. 2, I'm using a firearm that doesn't have the ability to clear the malfunction very simply. I'd probably have to take that slide off, right? And I'd have to do something more egregious with that, meaning I might need tools, something of that nature. That puts me at risk, and it also puts the people around me at risk because now you're not allowing me to have the best tools to stay alive. So you're also jeopardizing the people that are in the vicinity who may or may not be an assailant to have a malfunction or an issue or a discharge of a firearm that shouldn't be able to be discharged.
Senator, follow up.
So in the past, say, 6 to 8 years, have you seen an increase in people wanting to come to you and be trained and get their concealed carry? Is what I'm getting at, the number of gun bills have been passed in this state in the recent past. Has that made people more apt to want to come be trained and be gun carriers, gun owners?
Absolutely. I think with the heightened state of violence that we're living here in the state of Colorado, with the rise in crime, with the infiltration of, foreign gangs that are taking over neighborhoods, that are taking over businesses, home invasions. People are afraid. People are terrified. You know, we're having such increased crime that people don't feel that they're able to count on anything other than themselves. And unfortunately, we have, I mean, I've had people come to me that have been notoriously anti-gun. And they're like, you know what, I think it's time. I think it's time I get a gun, at which I'm very welcoming and I want to hear that. But at the same time, we need solutions that are real solutions. We've had years and years of being here testifying against all of this gun control that is just an onslaught against this community. And it's very difficult to not feel that an active bias and prejudice is being targeted to my community. At the same time, we have crime skyrocketing. We have carjackings. We have home invasions. People are feeling like they have no other choice than to take the availability of arming themselves and educating themselves to ensure their own safety.